Hey guys, I wanted to show you my AQ path for today. So my first fight is going to be a Cable, and I'm using Ghost, and she completely destroys this path. And you actually need to run Ghost. I think she's like might be the only champion for this path, because you have to fight an Abomination and a Morningstar later on, and you'll see those fights. So you can't. You need a champion that's Bleed, Poison, and Incinerate immune, and also this Cable I think has Cornered. So you can't use debuffs. You can't use it like a Sunspot, for example, would be a bad idea, even though I have a rank 3 Sunspot. But anyways, Doc Ock has Energized 1, so he's going to gain more power. Also, I want to say my alliance does not run epic modifiers, so these are just like easy modifiers. And let's take a look at this Doc Ock fight. So, try to, with this fight, you can heal up a little bit from the willpower, from the power lock he puts on you, from the power you gain from phasing, I guess. And, it's not too bad. Sometimes, if he gains a lot of power, he refuses to throw the L2, or refuses to throw the L1, might push him to L2, but because it is only day 1 here, yeah, you can see, like, I kill him off pretty quickly. The health pool's pretty low. And no epic modifiers. The epic modifiers do increase your attack. Attack and health, I believe, of these fights. So these are a lot easier. So here we have a Morningstar, which I referenced earlier, how you need a bleed immune champion, or at least someone that can deal with it, like Ghost. And she also has Energize, I believe. Yeah. She also has energy. Sorry about that. She also has Energize. So yeah, yeah. This fight's not too bad. Once again, she has a node called Oppressive Curse. So if you hit into her block, she gains souls, something like that. So you have to be careful, because sometimes those L2 unblockable L2s. I don't really like dexing Morningstar's L2. I prefer the L1s, but you got to be careful of that. Okay, so here is a Sinister fight. This fight is actually not on my lane. It's not technically my path. It has Bleed Invulnerability, Clapback, but I just take it with Quake. If my alliance mate is not there, I just take it with Quake. So it's not too bad of a fight. Just a regular Quake fight. I do run max out Coagulate and max out Suicides with willpower I run max Coagulate and max willpower with Suicides. So my Quake is not going to take that much double edge damage. You're going to see I'm down to 93%, which is not bad. I think I did take a blocked hit there. So if it wasn't for the blocked hit, maybe it'd be like 94. But yeah, I think we're running Plague Mind modifier this day on day 1. So you can see the power drain. Just a typical Quake fight. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, it's not too bad. And here's the Abomination I was talking about before. Gonna wait for that to unlink from my... And here it is. Here's the fight. This Abomination also has enhanced ability, so you're going to be poisoned more, which does help Ghost. Playing Ghost in Alliance Quest has allowed me to kind of take full advantage and get used to how long the phase timer really is. When I first started playing Ghost, if the opponent didn't just like run into me very aggressively, I was very uncomfortable with it. But now I'm a little bit more patient with it, and that's something that has really helped me a lot. It's just kind of, don't underestimate the length of the phase timer. You can get hits off, like even toward the end of it, and I think that's one of the skills for ghosting. And this is the last fight, this Bishop. I kind of hate this fight more so than the other fights, because Bishop, his special is kind of annoying, and he can do a lot of block damage. It also has Strike Back, and Aspect Evolution, which is also annoying, but it's not doesn't play too big of a part in this fight. So you'll take a look. Ghost is just dealing so much damage with the suicides and Incinerate. It's ridiculous. Also got the class advantage here, so even better. I do end it with the L2. I usually don't do that, but okay. I guess I was feeling good about that. I don't have the Wasp with me, so L2s are a little bit slightly trickier to land and more risky sometimes, but overall not too bad. And here's the biggest difference. This is my first time. You'll see in a second. This is my first time fighting this new Magneto boss, right? So right here, I'm just seeing which of my teammates can take that Venom fight. But here's the first Magneto boss. First time fighting it, and it actually has heavy assault, which is a lot easier than heavy hitter because you can actually punish the heavy, which I found out. I don't remember taking this note before, but use Cap because he has great block proficiency. And I pretty much brought Cap exclusively for this reason. So now you can see that I can actually punish his heavy pretty much immediately after. And yeah, Magneto has a nasty L1, so you gotta keep those on point. I'm not necessarily the best at dexing it, but I do a good job here, and I'm definitely got a lot better with it. I have Plague Mind, so modifier today, so you can see my power is gonna go away in a second, but yeah. Excuse me. Magneto's L2 is basically red Magneto's L1. It's easy to dex, but can't really punish it unless you're really close to him. And you can see those 29k heavy crit. That's crazy heavy damage. Yeah, there's another one from that heavy assault node. So this fight's actually not too bad, but the block damage is getting up there. A lot of reparries because of the mighty charge. Compare the light attacks, no problem. I get 2 heavies off the wall there. One thing about Magneto's L1 is, you gotta be very careful because it's kind of dependent on where you are. Like if you're very far away from him, you gotta dex it accordingly. So I mean, for the most part, it's kind of consistent, but sometimes you'll see in a later fight, I just die because I was too early and I was too far away. So you'll see that. But yeah, that fight wasn't too bad. My first time taking it, and I felt good about that. What I didn't realize was the second one actually is a lot harder. So yeah, but okay. So here's a Moon Knight fight against Path 2, Section 2, or Section 2, I should say. Path 1, I believe, and Incinerate 30, and Ghost is just gonna melt this guy. One thing, I actually don't like ghosting Moon Knight because he has that double medium, ending medium. So I actually just phase 1 hit in case he goes for that double kick, that second medium, which he might not do, but just in case, I just don't feel that super comfortable doing it. So yeah, I get off intercept there. I think this guy has lunatic, and which means he can evade, which doesn't matter. But yeah, he's not a hard fight, but I have embarrassingly died to that fight before, just I guess not caring or not taking it too seriously. Moving on. Here's a Gwenpool fight. She has a strike back, which is fine. You're not really going to want to throw specials anyways. And yeah, this one's a lot easier than the Moon Knight fight because you're not afraid of, any of her attacks pretty much. Double phase, double hit phase. So it's all good. This is my first time actually doing a voiceover, so it's actually my first time using any video editing software in a meaningful way. So you can see that Power Director, that's the software I'm using. And I gotta get rid of that watermark for future videos. So here's the Yondu. Yondu's not too bad. He is unblockable though, so you gotta be careful. Oh, I go for that special, huh? That was actually nice. Get the bleed off the light attack. That was nice. Okay. I usually don't go for that. I usually just stick to the mediums. Just safer. Don't have Wasp with me, so. But yeah, why not? This fight is also not my fight. Kind of annoying fight. I don't know how to dex Doctor Strange's L2 perfectly, and sometimes you can't phase it if the timing is off. And he doesn't have an unblockable enhanced L2, so yeah, I kind of don't like taking this fight, and it's technically not my fight, so I probably shouldn't take it unless I'm really trying to get to that Magneto mini. But even so, like, Ghost just does so much damage. Like, you can see that armor up actually does reduce her damage. It's like 3.8k mediums and then like 4k without. But yeah, okay, he's done. And I actually do get a shot at this white mags. It's like a little bit of a shot, right? Yeah, this one's the hard one. Has a lot of nodes. Power Snack, Mighty Charge, Power Struggle, True Strike, of course, Heavy Hitter instead of Heavy Assault. So you're not going to be able to punish the heavies as easily. Well, you could kind of, but the timing is very tricky. It's not something I've practiced. So yeah, you went for a light attack. That's good. Get an initial parry off. Get the reparry off. Punish that full combo. Actually doing decent damage here. Got a reprisal, so I'm, all the parries I'm getting a fury. Nice dex. Another dex. It's good. This is where it gets annoying when you can't punish that heavy. But that's not... The reparry is still there, though. But the block damage, again, is crazy. Block that one, but, Cap has good block proficiency, so it's not too big of a deal. Everything's going good so far. Yeah, this is where the fight gets a little bit frustrating. So this fight, I think Human Torch is probably the best with the pre-fight because of the Mighty Charge struck off debuffs. Pre-fight Torch is probably the best for this guy. But I wanted to try Cav day one. Why not? Okay. Yeah, there, see... I think I dexed it assuming the timing was the same, but it wasn't because I was farther away, so that's where it kind of clipped me. Which sucks. Okay, so I actually forgot to record the Electro fight, but it pretty much doesn't have any other nodes besides Particle Protector and Size Matters, so it's this... I just quaked it. So this is why I kind of bring Quake for a couple fights here and there, and mostly my Section 3 fights. So I think this is Path 4 in Section 3. Yeah, so just Quake the Electro and also Quake this Mephisto is perfect for it. She also has Reprisal, so parries will give me extra damage, which is really nice. Yep. Tag my teammate, poke my teammate. I love the poke function, to be honest with you. It definitely increased our productivity, I think, battle group wise. Here's a Hella. I love how Quake can just ignore these nodes. She's so great. What an awesome champion. And this is probably why I run Max Coagulate, because I'm using Quake for all these fights, and just to save on health every time you enter a fight. I think is really valuable actually. I might make a video on my mastery, what masteries I run. But yeah. And Quake can shut down her indestructible buff, which is awesome, which should happen. This is a few days ago, or yesterday. No, a few days ago. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, just Miss Marvel fight. I'm probably doing you guys a favor by leaving that Electro fight out, because I know, like, not a lot of people like watching Quake fights, which I can totally understand. It's not that interesting. It's just kind of the same thing, but some people do, you know. Yeah, it's good. One thing with Quake, sometimes when you get backed into the corner, you make a mistake. So sometimes I like to parry like that right there. Right when I get back in the corner, I like to parry, because sometimes it's the spacing and stuff it's a little bit funky and weird sometimes. But obviously you can't do that all the time. It's like unblockable or stuff. So I try not to get in the habit of relying on it, but it is there if I need it. And you know, I'm doing a little bit more damage with the reprisal node. Got the 2 passive furies. Probably should just release heavy now, but yeah, it works. Quake is she's been dominant for AQ. I've been using her for Sasquatch minis and the Red Mags mini. The Red Mags has the physical resist and 40% physical resist on the second one. Alright, so here's my shot at Apocalypse. I think I'm going second. Yeah, I'm going second. Okay. Because it still has 4 charges. Someone else already went in. Big mind. So with Ghost, one thing with this fight is that I have never been able to come close to soloing it. I've been using Ghost, and mostly Ghost for 2 variations, and Corvus for 1 variation. So yes, see, I went for the thing and whiffed because he backed up, but that's okay. He didn't punish me, which that's good. And now you see he throws L1. It's gonna do massive. I can't fully dex it, or I didn't want to risk it, so it does massive block damage. But I'm hitting decently, you know. The Plague Mind strikes once again. Try to dex the last part at least, and now he gets vigor. Yeah, this is a frustrating fight. I'm able to get this one off, which didn't whiff like the last one, which is great. And then what I do, I'm paused now before I get the recoil and just time out, because this saves myself a revive if my teammates need help. Okay, so, you know, I can go back you know, with Ghost with a little bit of health left and try to do another, get another chunk of health off. It just saves me a revive, you know. Now this is I brought Torch. This is day 2. I brought Torch for the second day. Day 2 on the second mags. I activate the pre-fight, as you see, right? Okay. And you'll see what happens. This is kind of an interesting fight. So you see how it's at 0, right? And now it goes back to 1. So actually, I don't have the pre-fight on right now, which is wild. So this is a bug I've seen it happen to Legacy. I've seen it happen to people in Alliance War where, like, Torch's pre-fight just doesn't active. You can see there's not Nova Flames. You're just regular Incinerates. And he's going to shrug them off through Mighty Charge when he has a medium. So it's frustrating, but he's still doing, like, good work. I almost got backed in the corner a little bit, but I'm doing full combos instead of 3-hit combos to kind of regain spacing. Oh, that was a huge blocked hit right there, but get a little bit of adrenaline. And as you can see, even without the pre-fight, Torch is still doing work. One thing I wasn't really cognizant of was the power snack, which didn't really hurt me because he was willing to throw special, which is a good thing. But yeah, he's very willing to throw the special, so I pretty much like ignored power snack completely. Power stack, I guess, is so you can't do the Corvus timeout with this one. Maybe you can do it with the other one, right? Just doing blocked hits, but power stack probably eat the cruelty buffs from Corvus. So I think I'm actually not even sure about that interaction, but yeah. So I pretty much nailed all these decks except for that one I blocked. But you know, blocking is better than getting hit by it, so it's okay. But I lost a lot of health from that blocked hit though, even though I regained some of it from adrenaline. But yeah. So it's going pretty well, and I'm actually very surprised how good Torch is, even without the pre-fight in this fight. So I think he's going to be key. Torch is just a monster for this. And what I do here is I just kind of go for it, and it wasn't enough to kill him, fortunately. If it wasn't, I had the stun, so not too bad. So I was pretty proud of that fight. Good experience. Definitely good experience for me. This is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. And hopefully you'll join me in my journey. Have a good one.